Okay. We've already worked with interrogative words a little bit earlier this year. So interrogative, asking questions. You've already had like donde or de donde. So we're going to run over these kind of quick. They're in your book. They're also up here. So que means what? We've been using that one. Qual is a little bit more specific. So usually, what is your favorite book? So being kind of specific, they'll use that to ask birth dates. What is your birthday? Some things like that. Que can be used for a lot of other reasons. Qual can be also translated which, like qual deseas, which do you want? Por qué then means why, for what reason? Porque estudias en la biblioteca. Then when you combine it into one word, it means because. Estudio allí porque necesito silencio. Cuando, we've talked about a little bit. Again, that one's when. We used a que hora when we were learning telling time. So at what time? So they're really similar. We answer them a little bit differently, but basically they mean the same. So remember cuando, not to be confused with cuanto. All right, de donde, we were talking about this with ser and a star. De donde, from where are you? So that's going to be talking about your origin, your nationality. Donde está, on the other hand, is location. Where is something right now? A donde is to where. So we in English will say, where are you going or where are you going to? Usually we just drop the to. They will always use a. So you have three forms of donde, but you've already learned de. You know what a means. So again, don't make it more complicated. It's not a lot of words. You just have to keep them straight. Okay, ¿cómo estás? We learned that at the very beginning. How are you? So estás, talking about a condition. Now, when we use ser with it, with como, it changes the definition because S is characteristics. So you're not asking location, you're not asking condition, what are you like, or what, how are you? You're saying, what are you like, or what is the class like? So the difference of using ser, como es, with instead of como estás, is being more descriptive of what is something like on the long term. What is that person like? Como es tu madre? Es amable, she's kind. Okay, cuánto then, and cuántos refers to quantity. Okay, so it's got the T in it like quantity, so not cuando. How much does something cost? You would use cuánto, but if you make it plural, if you're talking about something plural, how many of something, you do need to make it plural because it follows your rules that things always have to agree, singular and plural. Notice it does have two forms. It's considered an adjective. Even though in this case it's an interrogative word, it's going to follow those rules for masculine and feminine as well. So this is all in your book. You're going to have, it's a good bit. Most of these words, though, we've already used this year. So a couple of key notes there. A lot of them have accents. When you don't have the accent on it, it's turning it into like a pronoun. So, or an adverb. So you need to make sure you have the accents. Okay. And qual mean both mean what or which. When you have que, usually use it before a noun. You're going to use qual anytime you have ser and you're asking for a definition of something. What is this? Okay, you use que with other verbs unless you want somebody to choose. If you're saying like, which do you prefer? Which is your favorite book? That's when you're going to use the qual. We already talked about por qué and por qué. The accent and making it two words versus one changes what it means. If someone says something to you and you don't quite understand them, use como. That means, how's that again? It's just a short way. If you say que, like we do, they would consider you rude. So you always want to use como if you want someone to repeat something. We already talked about cuánto. So it's a lot of words. You're going to spend a good bit of time over the next couple of days using them, figuring out which one to use best. And again, any questions? Shoot me an email. See you later.